Okay, so I've been on a bit of a Batman kick lately. And just when you thought it couldn't get any stupider, Batman and Robin. Yeah, Batman and Robin came out in 1997, and it follows up on the massive success of Batman Forever. As stupid and unlikable and ridiculous that Batman Forever was, for whatever reason, lots of people went to go see Batman Forever and kept people's interest in Batman alive. So they used that formula where they'll okay, let's get all the hottest actors in Hollywood right now and we'll sign them on. It doesn't matter what the story's about. It doesn't matter what... It's fucking Batman, and you get to play a goofy comic book villain, and you can do whatever you want, and you're already making $20 million a year. Here's another $5 million, Mr. Schwarzenegger. Before I go any further, I gotta say, yeah, this is boatloads more stupid even than Batman Forever was. And Batman Forever was a fucking slap together ridiculous farce of a movie, if you ask me. There were a few bright points, okay. Watch my review of that if you really care what I think. But Batman and Robin, oh man, it just doubles down on all that shit that I just hated about Batman Forever. I mean, they double down on the stupid. In this one, you get more like bat nipples and butt shots. You know what I'm talking about? You know, their costumes and whatever, and it was like a big thing in the 90s. Like, isn't this hilarious? No, it's not fucking hilarious. It's stupid. They wanted to make it more comic booky. Really? I guess it comes off differently on the written word, on the page, differently than it does on the screen. But the characters, they say the dumbest things. Everything is a fucking catchphrase or a one-liner. You know, looking at you, Arnold Schwarzenegger. More comic booky? Hardly. I'm pretty sure that comic book readers in the 90s were reading stuff that was way more intricate and way smarter than this dumbass Hollywood neon spectacle piece of shit. Sorry, I'm getting all worked up about Batman and Robin. But this isn't goofy and tongue-in-cheek. This is fucking ass out, mooning the crowd and saying, look at us, we're fucking a bunch of rich idiots and we can do whatever we want because you're just gonna go see anything that we say is Batman, you fucking idiot. This was a slap in the face to the audience, if you ask me. Like, how dumb do you think we are? This is garbage. And I'll tell you why. I guess I should get to the actors. As it's conveniently laid out on the cover of the VHS, which I watched, Arnold Schwarzenegger is first cast in here. The movie's called fucking Batman and Robin. He doesn't play Batman, nor does he play Robin. He probably gets more screen time than all these people. Why? His contract demanded it, I guess. I mean, he had to make that $20 million a year quota, I guess. Oh, what is so fucking stupid. Arnold Schwarzenegger plays Mr. Freeze in this, and he is so stupid in this movie. Like, don't get me wrong, I like a lot of Schwarzenegger movies, and I embrace the stupidity of those movies and just how dumb they are. I mean, come on, they're the same fucking movie in terms of Arnold Schwarzenegger anyway, aren't they? Okay. I'll lay off Arnold Schwarzenegger. If only he would lay off of the fucking ice puns. I mean, I lost count. I could not count how many stupid, like, cold jokes and ice references and, like, the things that he says and his little catchphrases is, oh my god. It's like, all cameras on Mr. Schwarzenegger. He's got to say something funny. I mean, it's funny how they thought we were going to think this was funny and how repetitive it is and how dumb it is, but it's just annoying. Next cast on the box here is George Clooney. George Clooney as Batman. or rather Bruce Wayne slash Batman. First of all, I don't think he's a very good Bruce Wayne, and I think he's a really shitty Batman. It's like he's too happy-go-lucky and like the nice, cool uncle kind of role to be playing a guy like Bruce Wayne, who's supposed to have this like dark past, and you know, he's very conflicted inside, and you know, he's riding that line of hero versus anti-hero, and fucking George Clooney, I don't know, brother. I don't not like George Clooney, but he is not the right choice to play Batman. I don't know why they didn't get Val Kilmer back. I don't know, money, scheduling conflict, drugs, who knows? I mean, you know, as Batman or Bruce Wayne, he should be like charismatic. And okay, I can't blame the producers of this movie for wanting to cast George Clooney, because let's be honest, he's charismatic as fuck. Like, you know, all the ladies love this guy, and so let's put him in Batman and make him the ultimate male role model. And it just didn't work. It really, really didn't work. And it's not necessarily George Clooney's fault. I mean, that's probably the fault of the director. And the dumb as fuck script that you get in this movie. Oh. Other stars in this movie, like we get Chris O'Donnell. Chris O'Donnell plays Robin. I fucking hated this guy in the last movie. He doesn't get as much screen time in this one, which is great, but I fucking hated him even more, I think, because he just like the movie doubled down on the stupid, so did Chris O'Donnell double down on the stupid in his performance of Robin. Yeah, I think he actually gets quite a bit less screen time in this because he has to share it with Alicia Silverstone. Alicia Silverstone as Batgirl. She's not Barbara Gordon, though. Not Commissioner Gordon's daughter, as we would come to know her from like Batman TV series from the 60s, or even from the comic books. No, she's fucking now to make some stupid, inconsequential plot point about Alfred dying and her like coming to visit him because I don't know. Yeah, and there's this whole subplot about Alfred like fucking dying or whatever. And Alfred's played by the same guy, Michael Goff or Go, or however you say that. But he spends most of the movie in bed, and we're supposed to give a fuck. Like, I mean, he only has like 10 minutes of screen time total. The rest of it's all full of fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger ice puns and Poison Ivy being ridiculous, and I'll get to her in a minute. But yeah, back to Alicia Silverstone. If there is one single actor that I hold personally responsible for ruining this movie, it's her. She's not an actress. She's a fucking idiot. Like, her line delivery is horrible. She can't, like, if you're an actor and you can't act like you're somebody other than yourself, you're in the wrong business. And the last one on the cover we get is Uma Thurman as Poison Ivy. You know, I actually didn't mind her that much in this movie, but she's the only one that actually seems to get it, that this movie is dumb as fuck. So I'm going to play it as stupid and ridiculously as possible. And she does go a little overboard, so I mean, her performance isn't like 100% or anything, but she was the actually most believable as a comic book character in this entire movie. Oh, and before I forget, we get Bane in this movie. Bane is like this mindless, basically like a zombie. He's all pumped full of like superhero juice or whatever, makes him all super strong. And I don't know why he's even in this movie, because he does like nothing. Lifts some heavy stuff, or I mean, I haven't seen The Dark Knight Rises in years. I don't even know if I've seen the movie all the way through, but pretty sure Tom Hardy did it a little better. And looking at the VHS tape here, looking at the back of the box, it says that it is consistently dazzling, ingenious, and breathtaking. Ingenious. Breathtaking? Oh, God. I fucking hated this movie. I'm not gonna lie. That's garbage. You know, there's some really low points in this movie. Like, there's that stupid scene, I think it's like the opening action scene of the movie, where Mr. Freeze is stealing something from the museum, and Batman and Robin show up to stop him. They've never met the guy before. They don't know who he is. I mean, okay, his name is Mr. Freeze. So what happens is he actually like freezes the floor, like the surface of the museum or whatever, and his minions are skating around with hockey sticks and hockey pads on. Okay, I gotta admit, like, that's so ridiculous, it's kind of funny. But then Batman and Robin show up, and they click their heels together, and they've got fucking ice skates built into their, like, Batman and Robin suits. Like, did they plan it that far in advance that they were like, okay, well, you know, we're going to fight Mr. Freeze, so we better get the skate suits. I don't know, and it's so stupid, and there's like a diamond, and they're like hitting it around with hockey sticks, and fuck, no Batman comic that I've ever read has gotten that stupid. It's totally ridiculous. All the ice special effects, like the fucking icicles that are hanging off stuff, it's all obviously like plastic and rubber and whatever. Everything's lit with these like trendy neon lights. It's like every time Batman's on screen, we try and get some blue in there, and every time Poison Ivy's on screen, we try and get some pink in there. Blah, blah. Oh, it's fucking dumb. I fucking hated this. Oh, and there's some other dumb stuff too, you know. I mean, there's lots of dumb stuff. Oh, and then there's a part where Mr. Freeze tries to freeze all of Gotham City. So what he does is he goes to the Gotham Observatory, which is in like the tallest building in Gotham City. But he goes up to the telescope and somehow manages to freeze all the people in Gotham City. I'm pretty sure a fucking telescope isn't designed to point down at the ground. Why would they build that in there? It's made to like observe the heavens and shit. And I gotta give it a final judgment. It's not an F. It's so close to being an F, but it's just not, because I can't rightly go back to a movie that I've actually seen at least twice before this. So this is like my third viewing of this movie. I can't give it an F because something brought me back to watch it again. Well, I don't know, felt like beating myself up. So I'm going to go ahead and give Batman and Robin a D-. You're just this close to an F, Batman. You can squeak by without an F+, like Karate Dog. Although I think I might have been a little bit more entertained with Karate Dog. There's more to laugh at. I mean, here, you can't watch this movie without laughing at it. Yeah, fuck this movie, man. D-. Okay, so I'm done with Batman for a while. I think we're gonna maybe wait a couple of months, and then maybe we'll get into like Batman Begins, Dark Knight, and all that stuff. It's gonna be a little while though. I'm kind of Batmaned out for a bit. We'll get to Batman eventually. So until then, have a good one out there, everybody.